Well, looks like it's time to read a book. Yeah, it's book reading time. You know what book we're going to read? We're going to read from the Philokalia, the complete text. Specifically, the writings of St. Gregory Palamas. What do you think of that? Okay. The intellectual activity consisting of thought and intuition is called intellect, and the power that activates thought and intuition is likewise the intellect. And this power Scripture also calls the heart. It is because the intellect is preeminent among our inner powers that our soul is deiform. In those devoted to prayer, especially to the single-phrase Jesus prayer, the intellect's noetic activity is easily ordered and purified, but the power that produces this activity cannot be purified unless all the soul's other powers are also purified. For the soul is a single entity possessing many powers. Thus, if one of its powers is vitiated, the whole of it is defiled. For since the soul is single, the evil in one of its powers is communicated to all the rest. Now, since each of the soul's powers produces a different energy, it is possible that with diligence one of these energies might be temporarily purified. But if he recognizes his part's impurity and is not filled with pride because of the partial degree of purity he has attained, but uses it as an aid, then he will see more clearly the impurity of the other powers of his soul and will progress in humility. His inward grief will grow, and he will find suitable ways of healing each of his soul's powers. He will cleanse its moral aspect with the rite of ascetic practice, its power of spiritual apperception with spiritual knowledge, its power of contemplation with prayer, and in this way he will attain perfect, true, and enduring purity of heart and intellect. A purity that no one can experience except through perfection in the ascetic life, persistent practice, contemplation, and contemplative prayer. What do you think of that? You gonna kick?